Hi, it's Joan. Today I'm reading still from the cow or heifer. It's Surah 7, which is also called Al Araf or Elevations. It speaks about three messengers. Those were Noah, Lot, and Pharaoh, and the result of their message being not heeded. It also covers about a dozen laws and the content of the Fajr prayer. So the laws that it speaks about is to asked to not be placed anywhere around a wrongdoer who is basically someone that challenges the will of God. That if they're punished, you're supposed to ignore what's happening and that they'll be seized by whatever they were doing wrong. It also speaks about not hoarding anything and nor being arrogant. Those are covered in the Christian Bible under deadly sins in the Old Testament, but in the New Testament, it says the only one to worry about is speaking badly about the Holy Spirit. But it's summarized as gluttony, greed, and pride in that book. It says when you pray or call on God, you should do so privately and be humble um, to do it with fear and hope. To not add any corruption, especially once an area has been reformed. Not to get involved in lewdness. I did look that up online, and it said in Florida, if you do that, that it's a felony if you involve a minor or if it's prostitution. So there's a long sentence and there's no jury, which means that these laws are still something that you need to be aware of and care about. It also speaks about lust and not to get involved with LGBT behavior, not to cheat anybody out of their rights, and not to threaten anyone. So it tells the well-known story of Noah, how he built an ark and he warned the people that because of their unbelief that God would punish them. That did end up happening. In the Quran it says that a quake happened, but in the Christian Bible it says it was a flood. And so they got punished for their disbelief. In Sodom, and the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, which was the messenger Lot, he said that the people were untrue to the laws given after the flooding, and mostly they were corrupt, immoral. That land is now known as Palestine, and it was later destroyed because it stayed the way it was with what they said was lightning. The last messenger was Pharaoh and the Jewish people, how he had enslaved them, and they went through plagues, flooding, locust lice, frogs, and blood. So that they were eventually evicted from Egypt, escaped through the Red Sea, and it said that while the Egyptians were chasing them, they were drowned. So that is the section. The verses are 47 to 141.